Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. This is Thursday. Happy Thursday. My name is Mary Frances. I am one of Henry Junwali's medical Qigong students. Welcome to medical Qigong practice. Today we're working on basic 8, 1 through 7. And we're going to start with the traditional warm-up for the basic 8, which is that circular breathing. So let's go ahead and start opening up. Feet are hip width, shoulder width apart. Settling into the space. Relaxing the feet. Softening the knees. Relaxing the low back and dropping the tailbone. Relaxing the shoulders. Allowing the very top of the head to reach up into the sky. The tip of the tongue is touching the roof of the mouth. We're going to allow a little bit of space underneath the armpits, allowing the arms to float away from the torso to encourage greater circulation of the blood and qi. From here, we're simply going to close the eyes. Inhaling, guiding the breath and the qi to the lower dantian, allowing it to fill up with energy. Exhaling down to the perineum. Inhaling as we cycle up to the big spine point, where the cervical and thoracic spine meet. And then exhaling to the palms of the hands. Inhaling once again to the lower dantian. Exhaling down to the perineum. Inhaling all the way up to the big spine point. And then exhaling to the palms of the hands. Inhaling, lower dantian. Exhaling, perineum. Inhaling up to the big spine point. Exhaling to the palms of the hands. Inhaling, lower dantian. Exhaling all the way down to the perineum. Inhaling all the way up to the big spine point. And then exhaling to the palms of the hands. Inhaling and exhaling at your own pace. Allowing the breath and the qi to travel through this circular route. Facilitating greater communication with the front of the body and the back of the body, as well as the organ systems. Allowing the mind to relax into the breath. Allowing the breath to relax the body. And allowing the qi to flow freely through this circular route. Getting ready to finish up. And then gently opening the eyes when you're ready. Allowing the arms to come back down to the sides. And closing by bringing that left foot back to the right. First, starting out with our lung large intestine exercise. Inhaling. And exhaling. In. And out. Inhaling. Exhaling. In. And out. Inhaling. And exhaling. Continuing on with the exercise, using your own breath rate, moving more slowly or more quickly, depending on what's right for you. Getting ready to close. Closing. Our spleen stomach exercise, I'm going to use the modified extra breath for the first couple. Inhaling. Exhaling completely. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. In and out. Inhaling and exhaling. I'm going to switch to the traditional exercise without the extra inhale and exhale. About one more on each side. Closing. Our heart, small intestine exercise. Gathering in front of the lower dantian. Inhaling. Exhaling. And about one more. Closing. Our kidney urinary bladder exercise. Inhaling. Pausing the breath. And then exhaling. About one more. Releasing, closing. Our pericardium Sanjiao exercise. Inhaling, elevating the palms underneath the shoulders. Exhaling completely. Inhaling. And exhaling. In. And out. About one more on each side. And closing. Our liver gallbladder exercise with the wide, wide eyes. Inhaling. And exhaling. In. And out. Inhaling. Exhaling. And about one more. Release. Closing. And then our Ren channel exercise. I'm going to do the modification first. Trying to figure out my right and left and then mirroring. All right, here we go. Inhaling. And exhaling. In. In and out. I'm going to try to do the more traditional exercise now. About one more on each side. And closing. Keeping the feet together, bringing the palms together, bringing a little bit of warmth to the palms so we can transfer it to the face. Washing the face 9 times. Wiping the brow 9 times. And then wiping up and down the nose. Circles 9 in, 9 out. Dredging the channels of the scalp. Beating the drum. Grasping the ears. Popping the cork. Uniting the Ren and Du channels. 9 circles in, 9 circles out. Massaging the jaw. Number is changing to 12 times total or 6 times each side. Continuing down the breastbone, 12 times total. Bringing the palms to the lower dantian, circling up the right and down the left 9 times. And switching directions. Resting the palms at the lower dantian, closing the eyes. Inhaling, guiding the breath and the chi to the lower dantian, allowing it to fill up with energy. Exhaling, allowing that energy to settle and store so we can use it throughout the rest of your day. Inhaling, guiding the breath and the chi to the lower dantian. Exhaling, allowing the chi to settle and store. Inhaling and exhaling at your own pace. Allowing the mind to relax into the breath. Allowing the breath to relax the body. And allowing the chi to settle and store. Thank you everyone so very, very much. Henry, we are ready for our Chi Chat.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for joining us. This is class 99 in our series of daily Qigong. So thank you for joining us. Technically, that would put us at our 15th week of daily practice in a row. So thank you, Mary Frances, for leading us through all of these different exercises through this time. So tomorrow is a big milestone for us. We're going to hit our 100th class on Friday. So today I want to talk about integrating things that we've learned in the last few weeks about face reading, integrating our 5 elements. So now that you've learned some of these things, like, okay, we want to utilize our gifts, okay? So you probably have some clues about what features of your face show up stronger, okay? And so I want to talk a little bit about that, so kind of review, but also just integrate all of this together so that you can start using or owning your gifts, but also using your gifts in your life. Because, we have challenges, and right now it's like, okay, oh boy, okay, we're going for another period of, I don't know how long it's going to last in terms of this lockdown stuff. So you got to use your gifts. You got to see how you can, figure out and kind of keep moving with your energy. Okay, so let's look at wood, okay? So in terms of wood and the features on the face, we were looking at the eyebrows, the brow bone, the eye. So the eyes, we can see, we can feel someone's intensity, their focus, okay, for the eye. So it's important, if you have those intense wood eyes, if you have those intense wood eyebrows, okay, so the eyebrows, that, remember, wood is about that anger, but also about that passion. Okay, righteous anger is very much, you want to own that. And because if you don't own that, then you really can't get into your passion either. So that area, so if you have very thick eyebrows, if you have full eyebrows, then really own that wood energy. That's a gift for you, okay? If you have the brow bone area, that's about control and domination. So taking control of the situation, dominating a situation, could be something competitive or not. So that can be a gift too. So utilize these for your own advantage to help move things along in your life, and also help others as well. So those wood gifts are very important. All right, so let's move on to fire. Okay, so if you have a lot of fire features, little peaks around different features, okay, could be your smile, could be also that sparkle in your eyes. Okay, so really own those fire gifts too, because it's all about, you know, we look at the emotions of that joy, that happiness, bringing joy and happiness to the world, but also for you, like really bringing out your own joy. And that's partly leading by the heart. Okay, really let your heart out and really own it in that way. Okay, so that fire, that because it sheds, it's going to share. It's a fire, literally, like that illumination. You're gonna light people up in a good way. Okay, so there's a lot of challenges right now. There's a lot of concerns, and so having that fire, you know, having those moments of joy, happiness, of connectedness is very important. So if you have that gift of fire, really use it and share it with the world. All right, so moving on to earth. Okay, so what features are on the earth? We talked about the mouth area because earth is about the spleen and stomach organs. So that's a lot about digestion. All right, so we look at the mouth area because we eat, okay? Also we kiss, that's the area too. All right, we'll also look at the chin area. So if you have like a strong chin, if you have like a, you know, big mouth or fuller lips, it's about speaking your truth, okay? So the challenge of earth is that earth people tend to keep things in, they tend to sort of gnaw at things inside, and it causes a lot of worry and indigestion. So really, like, being able to speak your truth and share that with the world is really important. And if you have that gift of that strong chin, okay, this is about the willpower, okay? So willing things to happen, really like being able to push through, okay? So that's a gift if you have that, okay? So again, these are gifts for you, but also to share that with the world, people around you, people who may not have that strong chin could use your help with that strong willpower, okay? Or that ability to speak your truth. Okay, so, and then moving on to metal. All right, so metal, we look at, remember metal is about clarity, right? Being able to separate things and see things for what they are. I still like to think about the container store because it's like, you know, you have these clear containers and so you can see right through it and everything's organized and neat, and things just flow very easily when things are like that. Especially if you have that gift of metal, you work really well in those environments. But on the face, okay, the metal gifts are the nose. Okay, the nose we say represents that power, leadership, ego, and drive. So part of that is like you have a certain desire for that too. It's not just a gift, but and when we say power, ego, leadership, drive, it can be a good thing. So most of us think like ego is a bad thing, that power is a bad thing. It can be for good too. Okay, so I know a lot of politicians aren't great, but perhaps you trust yourself to be a leader in your community, you know, that, and you want to own that. Okay, that belief that you can lead something, that you have certain insights or certain way of doing things that can really help. So really, if you have that gift of like a very pronounced nose that comes off the face, okay, and you have that gift, really own it and utilize that, okay? Don't try to hide it because that's a big gift. The other areas you look at for the metal is the cheekbones and the cheeks. Okay, the cheekbones is about that authority. Okay, so when we look at, for example, like the news calls for experts in the field, like this is the, you know, expert in epidemiology or the expert in, you know, being a car mechanic. Could be any of these. You can be that authoritative figure. And so you really want to own that authority if you have those cheekbones and whatever it is that you're an authority in. And then the cheeks are about confidence. Okay, so this is both a gift and a challenge for metal. Metal tends to be very much self-criticizing. So they tend to destroy their own self-confidence. So that can be an issue for them if you have metal. But the other side is that you really want to own that confidence because you do have it. All right. So having those full cheeks, if you have that, really utilize that for that confidence. Okay. All right. So last one on our 5 element cycle is water. All right. So water, where does water show up on the face? We look at the ears. Okay. So ears, we say, is about, remember, the emotion of water is fear and wisdom. We've talked about a lot about wisdom in the past, and we talked about kind of more the negative aspect of fear. But if you have those big ears, it's about courage. Okay, it's about risk taking. It's about diving into the unknown, but you're still gonna, do what you are gonna do in the face of fear. Okay, so having those, if you have that gift of those big ears, you really own that courage to do things, because you may do things that other people are afraid to do that get stopped, but you don't. All right. The other aspect of the water is the jaw. Okay. So you have that strong set of the jaw. All right. That's about determination. So that goes very well with, maybe you don't have the big ears, but you have the strong jaw in your water. And that's that determination. So you're not stopped. Maybe you don't have that fearlessness, but you just know that you're going to keep trying and trying. You're going to try different things until you get to where you want to be, until you achieve certain goals that you want, until you find that truth in your life. So that strong use of determination is very important. Okay, so I hope that gives you some understanding, because we're trying to bring things together. And I really like, the reason why I share these things with you is because I think that these can be great tools along with the Qigong. So you can bring Qigong into this, again, 5 elements, what Mary Frances is saying. So you can translate the different organ exercises back into the elements, and they can help you in these, to help generate these gifts. And if you own them already, to help you reinforce them. Okay. All right. So thank you very much. So please start using your gifts if you haven't already. Really own them. Okay. The world really needs you right now. Really needs these elements to be out there. These are really challenging times. And if you're in a rut, to really use these gifts as well to get you out of your rut. All right. Have a great day, and we hope to see you tomorrow for our 100th class.